All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another show. My name is Gerard. This is my brother Alex, and together with JR, we are your hosts of the GAJ podcast. We are on season 2, episode 5, and it is Valentine's Day. So for all you lovebirds out there, happy Valentine's Day. For all you singles out there, congratulations on keeping a little cash in your pocket, or maybe celebrating with a drink. Either way, hopefully you're having a great day. Let's get into some stuff. So I did mention JR real quick. Football season's officially over, so therefore he is reporting to spring training because he's a catcher. But nothing. Anyway.
So he's actually going to spring training? Because there's actually spring training not too far from here.
Yeah, I guess you would. That would make sense. JR is just busy, and, we still consider him a part of the show. Just life happens, so it is what it is, but we hope to have him back at some point and contributing to episodes once again. But until then, we'll just consider him a missing link, and hopefully we'll get that back. All right. If you have been with us before, though, thanks for coming back. If you are new to the show, thanks for checking us out. We would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, maybe leaving a comment so we know you're there, and maybe even liking the episode. And what am I thinking of? Oh, hitting that notification bell so you know when we have new episodes. Also, the other honorary member of our show, my lovely fiance, Ashley. If you see her, put a little wavy emoji in the comments, or just type hello, Ashley, and eventually maybe we'll get that Ashley cameo challenge going again, but we'll see. If you're wondering, with it being Valentine's Day, she works in fine dining, therefore Valentine's Day is a very busy evening for her at work, and therefore we do our Valentine's celebration on a not Valentine's Day evening. So yeah, that's coming up. Share more with you about that next week. Getting into it, our first normal segment is, quite frankly, my favorite pastime. It's eating, and so in that vein, we like to call this Mom's Spaghetti. Alex, I know you don't really take pictures of food, but
Nope.
Have any cool meal stories, food stories, comments, something you tried?
Nah, not too much, because let's face it, groceries are expensive now.
Dude,
Food's expensive now.
I tell
and
you
they keep
what.
going higher, and I don't think it's going to be going down anytime soon.
Here's what I don't know. Alex, you had talked about it last week. The price of eggs. Bro, price of eggs. Who out there in podcast land has just put eggs aside for the time being? Just cross it off your list. You don't buy them, and substituting something else in the way of, I don't know, protein or just eggs. I don't know.
I still have eggs from the last time I bought the max you're allowed to buy. And I was thinking about making longanisa with eggs tonight, but I didn't get to it.
Ooh,
I didn't have time to do it, and I might just do it tomorrow. I might go.
I might go.
I kind of allow myself to go out to get food once or twice a week. You try to limit to once.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get food, I'm gonna try to get Filipino food. Like last week, I
like it.
Last week I got beef caldereta. They've been making beef caldereta recently at the Filipino place that I go to.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, it's not as good as like homemade stuff, but it's kind of a this'll do type thing. It's okay. So got that. I still enjoyed it. I know it's not going to be as good as some other places or even for being homemade, but I had that, and I had What else did I have there? Probably menudo.
Oh yeah, I like all of it.
And it looks.
I never actually know which one's
looks the
which.
same.
I just like to get all of it. Yeah, yeah.
The other thing
So
about
you just kind
menudo
of
I
point it
get
out.
is that they have liver in it. I don't like liver.
Um,
Liver tastes absolutely disgusting to me. The
I don't
texture.
like liver when it's like the focal point, right? Like, so there's a place here in Kansas City called Go Chicken Go, and one of my favorite things to get there are chicken gizzards. Fucking awesome. But you can also get like a mix of like um, gizzards and livers, and I can't do the livers. I can get through like a couple of them and they're good, but after like I don't know maybe four, I just can't do it anymore. So I stopped getting them.
Well, I just listened to a podcast where it's about like nutrition and working on, and they said that liver and other organ meat is really nutritious. It's really
Yeah,
good for you.
hmm
So
high in
a
iron.
lot of times what they
For
do is
sure.
they mix it into ground beef. But
Oh, that's
honestly,
smart.
when I get menudo and there's liver in it, I just take it out. So you see like all this, you see a bunch of liver I put off to the side and I throw away, which is wasteful. But I just don't like the way it tastes.
If you don't like it though, what are you
Even
gonna
if I
do?
missed it, if I get a spoonful of what I think is pork, and then it's and liver's in there, I could taste it. I'm like, oh, it tastes like I feel like I'm biting into like sawdust that hardened.
Mixed with like steel shavings or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's a taste, maybe it's a texture. It just feels weird. That and if you get this is getting really Filipino. If you get curry curry and you get the tripe, which is I think
The
intestine
intestine.
of probably cattle or ox. That's like really slimy. It's just it's something I had. And I was like, oh, don't like that.
No,
That's
no,
what kind of stops me, pauses me
no
from getting
bueno.
getting
No
curry curry
bueno.
when I go to the Filipino place. They don't use ox; they use beef. So, ox is really expensive, but beef is just not as expensive. So they charge you more for it because it's beef.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I see that tripe. I'm like, I don't want that tripe, dude. That's just it tastes like I'm eating a slimy tapeworm.
When it's all mixed together, I like it, but yeah, when it's there with like the liver, like when it's the focal point, I just don't like it. For me, as far as vegetables, onions are the same way. I like the flavoring that onion gives to certain dishes, but when onion is like the focal point, I don't like it. And I
Yeah.
don't like I like the flavor. I don't like, you know,
I don't
I
eat
guess,
onion
suppose
rings.
it's a texture thing. Yeah.
I like onions, but I don't eat onion rings. I'm not against onion rings. If there's a lot and there people are like, hey, have some onion rings. I'm like, okay, I'll have one. But I don't like
Yeah.
order onion rings. I'm like, dude, I'd rather just have fries or something else. But onions is something I didn't like when I was a kid, and then I learned to like it as I grew up. And I was like, I got if I have a burger, I want to have onions on it.
Really? I don't. I mean, if they're like diced up and I can just kind of sprinkle them on a little bit, like lightly, I'm totally down with that. Especially sautéed onions. Like what? Well, mostly they have to be sautéed onions. I don't like raw onions, but
Oh, and when I get Skyline, I like to have onions in it. That's
I have never noticed that whenever we've gone.
Don't they ask you if you want onions?
Yeah,
No, you
I
know what
always
they
say
don't. I think
they
it's,
do.
I think
They
it's
do.
extra.
Onions and mustard, and I always say no.
I always say yes.
Oh,
That's the only time I like mustard without ketchup. Otherwise, I don't like mustard on anything. Unless there's ketchup on it. And
Yeah.
I know we're originally from Chicago, but we also grew up in Dayton, so I do put ketchup and mustard on hot dogs.
yep. Me too. Me too. You know what I really like putting on hot dogs? Chili and cheese, especially if it's Skyline chili.
I like to put banana ketchup on it, a Filipino banana ketchup.
Ooh, yeah.
That's when I'm like, yeah, don't give me that Heinz bullshit. Give me that. I don't remember
That
the brand.
banana
I
stuff.
think it's UFC.
Who cares about tomatoes? Use bananas.
Yeah, I don't even know. Is that what's in it? Are there actual bananas in it?
I think so, yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
or is it just
Yeah.
ketchup with a lot more sugar?
I always wonder that. Well, I mean, bananas are sweeter than tomatoes, so they probably just naturally have more sugar. Oh shit. But I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea.
I might go there
No
tomorrow.
idea.
I might get more Filipino food tomorrow. It's a Saturday.
Well, I think that's
It's the one day I can go out and get food instead of eating chicken nugget sandwiches.
man, I was on the move pretty much all week, so I ate like poop. So I'm actually probably gonna stay in and eat what's in the kitchen, which usually means Ashley probably made it, which means it's probably healthier than anything else I could possibly come up with myself. So
I've
that's
been
my plan.
craving a burger, but I don't know where to get it from.
Dude.
If I'm gonna get a burger, if I'm gonna go out and get food in this time when the economy ain't so great and food's really expensive, I want to make sure I get a burger that's fucking worth it. So I'm kind of trying to reevaluate Shake Shack. Like, I don't want to go there and spend $12 on a burger and be like, this was okay.
Dude, I wish you were coming to Kansas City because I would take you to some place that would make you not want to go to Shake Shack. So this place I just found out. I think I talked about it last week, or a couple weeks ago. We tried this place just randomly when we were passing it called Danny's Burgers here in Kansas City, and oh my god, they are so good. The burger is cooked perfectly, and then the way they dress it up is just so right. They make crispy ass bacon and they cover the burger. It's not like two flimsy ass strips that they cross over, and
Ugh, yeah, that's why I don't like. I never
like
get bacon.
you can't
anywhere.
bite through it, and then you end up pulling just a whole slice of bacon out. Lame. Anyway, speaking of
When
what,
it comes to bacon, though, if you're ever in the LA area and you go to like a place where there's a lot of people, they have like these street vendors where they make hot dogs. They're usually like Mexican and don't speak a lot of English. And it's hot dog, but it's like a street dog. So they put a bunch of shit on it. This special sauce, which is probably just mayonnaise, and they put probably some types of vegetables on it, and then part of what they put on it is bacon. And I'm always just like stink eyeing the bacon. I'm like, I don't trust it. I don't trust the bacon. And then one of my good friends, actually another Bears fan,
they're like, did you
got
try
one
it?
time. He got one time and it gave him food poisoning. He says it was the bacon. So now every
That's
time I go
kinda
there,
funny.
even more, I'm like, I look at those street vendors. I'm like, I don't trust you. I think I've gotten them before, and I said no bacon on mine. So I don't want to risk it. And I don't like flimsy bacon. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like
Even when I cook
it's that type of food where if it's flimsy, it's disgusting. If it's crunchy, it's good.
yeah.
I don't want soft bacon.
I don't know if I would say disgusting, but that's because I'm a fat kid.
I
But
don't know. I just don't like flimsy bacon.
whenever I make bacon, one, I like to do it on the cast iron, and secondly, when it's done cooking, I like to put it on paper towels because I like it crispy, and it has nothing to do with like soaking up all the grease. I actually leave the grease on the pan to cook my eggs, but getting the paper towel to kind of soak up the grease that's still on the bacon, that's what makes it crispy.
Well, that's cool. That's additional work though.
Yeah, but then you don't have to burn your bacon.
Yeah.
You cook
I've
it to a
actually
good
never
spot.
made bacon at home before.
Oh, it's pretty easy. I mean, it makes the whole house stink of bacon.
Well,
So maybe stink isn't the right word.
Is it stink or does it smell good? See, then
I love it.
when it becomes a breakfast meat, I lean more towards sausage.
Oh, okay.
By a long shot. I like sausage. No diddy.
Oh.
I like sausage.
Hey. Yeah, but as far as smells, I feel like bacon smells way better than sausage.
Oh yeah,
Even if you prefer sausage. I'm a bacon guy, but
I agree. I like smell bacon more than sausage. I like taste of sausage better. I always feel like bacon's not enough meat for me.
yeah, I make piles of it, so
Like if you go to McDonald's, you get a bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm like, that's just not enough meat, dude.
yeah.
It's
I'm
like
the guy
maybe
who
two
makes
or
enough
three-
that Ashley thinks I made some for her, and then of course I just say, yeah, of course I made some.
This
For
is
you.
mine. What do you,
But it was really all for me.
that's why God invented Uber Eats and DoorDash.
Right?
So
Right?
you get
Well, speaking of Ashley, she actually made something pretty good just for meal prep. This is kind of like ground. I don't know if it's turkey or chicken, but it's kind of like shawarma meat, and it was very tasty. So we don't have any pitas. She was putting on tortillas. I just had rice, so I weighed out like 100 grams of rice and then put 6 ounces of this like ground up turkey shawarma. Put a bunch of like probably 2 ounces of feta on there and some tzatziki sauce. Man, delicious. That tzatziki sauce kind of gives it like as long as you don't overload on it on anything, it's hearty, it's filling, and the tzatziki kind of gives it almost like a refreshing feeling. I don't know how to explain that, but it was pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, that was kind of my thing. And then Mom submitted hers, which is a favorite of both of ours. Some Lou Malnati's pizza, baby. And I can't remember what else she had. Lou Malnati's classic deep dish pizza, a Caesar salad, and mini pecan pie and banana for dessert. Popcorn for snack. I actually do like that Skinny Pop popcorn. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's pretty tasty.
Yeah, I actually had some at work a couple of weeks ago because I was just hungry. I usually don't snack. It's not my thing. For some reason, I was just hungry and I had to get something. I saw Skinny Pop. I saw it was. I was so lame. I looked at the freaking nutritional facts. I saw it was pretty cheap. The one thing about where I work at is that they have an area where they don't have an actual like cafeteria or anything, but they have refrigerators or freezers where they sell stuff and like protein bars, and they sell that at a really good discount. Like I don't think they're making any money off it. I think it's subsidized in some way by the company because that Skinny Pop, it looks like exactly like what's in that picture. It cost me like 52 cents when I bought it from
Nice. So they're basically just trying to break even. It's a zero cost for them then.
Yeah, they probably have some deal because I'm not gonna say where I work, but it's a very, very large company. They probably buy a shitload.
Right.
They're able to,
they have big buying power
for that operation, but it also makes it really cheap. So when it comes to me buying food from work, which doesn't happen very often, well, honestly, I buy a Gatorade protein bar every day, and it costs like $1.20.
Are those any good? The Gatorade protein bars?
I've been having them off and on for several years, and they're okay. But I'm like on this like big protein kick because I've been researching a lot of nutritional facts for old ass people, and it's all about the protein. And it has 20 grams of protein in it. So I was like, yeah, I'll grab this. And it's $1.20. Sure. But if you go to the gas station by me, it's over $4.
Right. That's why I don't buy the protein bars at the store, at the gas stations.
Yeah, but $1.20, I'm like, you know what? If I were to buy this in bulk at Costco, it's probably going to be similar priced. Maybe even more.
Do you have a favorite protein drink currently? Not bar, but drink.
Body Fortress because it's cheap and easy to buy. It's easily accessible.
Yeah, I get what you use because I use that on a regular basis too. But is there anything that every once in a while you get instead? Like maybe you're on the move so you don't have it?
No. Usually I don't drink protein drinks until I get home.
Oh, okay. I'm on the road a lot, so a lot of times that's what I get.
You never. It's like a Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get coming out of my butt.
Fair enough. Like,
I better be home after I drink this because, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, I get that feeling. I get that sentiment too. But I tell you what, like for me, you know this. I'm on the road a lot, so when I'm on the road, I tend to eat like shit. What I've been doing is trying to get food from the gas station more often, which isn't good food. Like
That's
might
gross.
be. But it's less. So, but it's like Quick Trip and Casey's make good pizza. So every once in a while I'll get like
see, I'm not familiar
just
with
a slice of
Casey's.
pizza.
That here.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But instead of getting 2 slices of pizza, which is 1 slice is already bad enough, I get like a protein drink And that else, one of my lights keeps going out. I don't know. Maybe it's dead. But I usually try to get a protein drink, and my go-tos are either the Fairlife protein drinks, chocolate or vanilla. They're just delicious. And if you get the Fairlife Elite, I think, or Fairlife Pro, I can't remember which one it is, but you get 42 grams of protein. So pretty nice.
Yeah, that's
and
good
if
amount.
that's,
How much does that cost?
I don't like to look. I don't know. To be honest. It's usually
That's
I'm on the move, so
it's gonna be expensive.
I'm sure it's. I'm guessing it's probably like $3, three or $4, $3.50. I don't know.
It's kind of expected.
But the other one I like is it's actually Muscle Milk Elite. Or no, I can't remember one. But they have a chocolate peanut butter one that's nice.
I get
pretty
chocolate
delicious.
peanut butter from Body Fortress.
That one's actually pretty good too. I've been going with the isolate lately, but either the isolate like vanilla if I can find it. Just
Vanilla's
because
so plain. Vanilla's so vanilla.
I don't know why, but it kind of like I think it fills it. It satisfies a craving for like milk because I can't just drink normal milk anymore because I tend to be kind of lactose intolerant.
I've been drinking milk since high school, maybe.
Yeah, but I love milk.
I've been drinking a glass of milk since high school.
But I love milk, and I can't just drink it anymore. Although we do, Ashley found this like lactose-free milk that's pretty good. But then
Whenever I eat
my
ice cream,
protein powder with
I'm
it.
always making sure that I have a quick pathway home.
Yeah, I
Shortly
love
after
getting ice
that.
cream, but
I want to get ice cream, but I want to make sure this is my last stop before I
yeah,
go home.
we're definitely always going home after the ice cream for sure.
I might be busy after that.
What have you been? So besides the Skinny Pop, what's been kind of your go-to snack lately?
I've only had Skinny Pop once.
Oh, okay.
It's really just I got in the habit of my eating pattern for a long time was just 2 meals a day, no snacks. And when I started working for this new company, part of what I do is my first meal was always at 10 a.m. and always included like a protein shake, and I was lifting weights in the morning. So when I started working for this company where I'm in the office 4 times a week, I can't, I don't have that type of luxury to space out my food.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you got to get it when it's
I usually
convenient.
my lunch at 12:30, and I'm just super hungry around 10 a.m. So that's when I decided to get the protein bar, which is good. 20 grams of protein, not too bad. But then look at the other parts of it and how much sugar's in it, how many carbs are in it. I'm like, all right. I mean, it's not great, not a good thing. I'm mainly getting it for the protein, but there's going to be, I may have to find some alternative to that.
Yeah, that can get expensive. My go-to lately, which actually Ashley likes because it's something I can eat like candy apparently, and it's been really satisfying. So she's starting to get them more often. Or you might actually see me tearing one of these. Do you ever eat cuties?
What are those?
They're called cuties. They're like little mini oranges. They're basically tangerines.
No.
Oh my gosh. They're like really sweet oranges. But so like, man, I've been like eating them like candy lately, but they're probably a lot better for me than candy, so.
Yeah, but you're also spiking up your insulin levels.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you're from a diabetic family, not a good idea.
Well, better than the Snickers bar I might have had otherwise,
Yeah, that's partially why I
I am kind of limiting myself to like 2.
But I try to stay away from snacking, except on weekends. Weekends I try to go a little bit loose just because it's a weekend. But I try to my goal is to not keep spiking up my insulin levels because once again we come from a very diabetic family.
Yeah, I do kind of limit myself to like 2, especially because it's not only sugar. I mean, it's natural sugar, but it's still sugar. But oranges, citrus fruits are also pretty acidic, and if I have too much of that, like I'm gonna end up waking up in the middle of the night, not having to go to the toilet. So
Put in your water.
Yeah,
I gotta do that. I gotta get more lemons.
I've been doing that with. I usually squeeze like a lemon wedge with like apple cider vinegar into my water.
I gotta start doing that again. It's just
I actually sprinkle a bunch of other stuff in there too. So
once I get off apple cider vinegar, it's hard for me to get back on it because it's fucking disgusting.
yeah, yeah. Put a little extra lemon in there. Oh,
It smells so bad and it
Yeah.
tastes. I think it smells worse than it tastes, but it doesn't taste great.
yeah. So when I'm doing the apple cider vinegar, it's either like a wedge of lemon or my BCA powder. That helps a ton. The BCA powders.
Oh, to kind of mitigate the taste.
Yeah.
ACV.
Because I also I sprinkle in some turmeric, some ginger, and some cayenne pepper. Turmeric and ginger are, I can't remember, good for digestion and for inflammation and stuff. And then the cayenne powder is supposed to help fire up your metabolism. So it's really good to do it in the morning. But yeah, I just chug it usually.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I used to chug it before I went to work. This is going back many years. This is going back several years before the pandemic started. But I was this is one of those TMI stories. I was in the habit of every morning I was chugging apple cider vinegar before I drive into work.
Like straight or in water?
Oh, in water.
Okay.
Probably with some lemon juice in it too.
I only ask because I've heard of people like just taking shots. I'm
I've
like,
seen that
sounds
too. I don't know if that's
terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for your teeth.
But I was doing that, and then one time I was driving to work, I pooped my pants.
Oh.
I
like
thought I
you
was
sharted
farting.
or like you full on pooped your pants?
I thought I was farting.
That's a shart. That's a very heavy shart, but
that was not gas. That was not solid.
You're like, oh crap.
That was not plasma.
Literally.
I was like, I was driving. I went, oh shit.
Literally. Literally shit.
And that's why I always keep a spare pair of pants in my car. Pants, underwear. I think I threw a shirt in there just in case.
This was actually pretty recent, but yeah, where was I? I think I was coming from. I must have been coming from. I was coming from somewhere far. I know that, and like the bubble guts like kind of hit me like all of a sudden when I was in the middle of nowhere and like rest areas were far apart and stuff, and I was just starting to haul ass trying to get to a gas station. I got to a gas station. I was like, I was trying to scoot in, but it was too late, and I ended up like. I got to the bathroom, but it was too late. I ended up just like throwing the underwear away, cleaning up, and just free balling it the rest of the way home.
One of the times one of the more recent years, I was in Chicago visiting. Mm-hmm. And we actually had other cousins visiting from, I won't say their names, but see, one of the families was from the Florida area.
Okay.
And then one of them lives in Chicago, and one of our cousin-in-laws who's talking about. I think he was walking in the woods or driving. I don't know. But he said something like he had to go, and there's nowhere to go. So
you're in the woods. There's everywhere to go.
No, I think he was driving, and then I think he pulled the side of the road, ran into the woods, and pooped. And then I was like, I got that beat. I was on the beach, and I felt the stomach gurgle, and I was like, I can't make it to the public restroom. I'm not going to make it home. There's a big-ass ocean right there. So I was talking about, I was with a bunch of girls, too. So I was like, yeah.
Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
I went to the ocean, and I pooped. And then our cousin...
Here's the only thing that would suck is if it's like real liquidy, that would suck.
I don't remember. It was the water. The water was cold. It's the ocean. But our cousin from Florida was like, that's disgusting. And we're both like, what? You can't stop it.
Yeah.
It's coming no matter what. It's just like, really? So we're able to control.
You know, there's a lot of organisms that poop in the ocean. Yeah. Like whales.
And apparently Filipinos. You know what, dude? I'll tell you this from 15 plus years living by the beach, hanging on the beach with girls and drinking on the beach. Girls go to the ocean to piss together. They go to the ocean to piss. I guarantee you some of them are shitting in there.
Yeah.
Because every people like, I mentioned like, you know, we're in the beach, you just go to the water. If you have the beach, just go to the ocean. And they're like, oh, that's disgusting. I'm like, dude, hot chicks do it.
I bet girls it's easier because they just have to pull stuff to the side. Like guys got to like drop trowel and shit.
No, we don't. You just go waist deep, or you bend down so you're waist deep, and you just fucking go. Actually, I've done it without being waist deep. It's fucking water, dude. Your pee is probably cleaner than that ocean water.
Oh, I meant poop. I meant to poop. I meant to poop. I'm pulling the shorts down to poop though.
Oh, poop. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. No, yeah. When you pee, yeah.
I didn't get far. I didn't get deep enough when it was coming out, so I just kind of like acting like I was sitting in the water. Like, yeah, just splashing around.
Here's the thing: everybody knows you're peeing, but you're actually disguising the fact that you're also pooping.
Yeah.
So it's genius.
I've only
Very clever.
I've only pooped in the ocean once.
I don't think I've ever pooped in the ocean. Pooped in the woods.
Oh, it took me a good like 12 years before I actually pooped in the ocean. Yeah, was it 12 years? Probably. Hold on.
Let me count.
Approximately
let me count.
11 years living by the beach before I said, you know what?
Fuck it.
Now's the time to break that seal.
That's pretty funny. Oh man. Anyway, we went from Mount Spaghetti to
That was Mount
pooping
Spaghetti.
in a big ol' hurry, didn't we? I feel like I should have put this banner up before we started talking about poop in the ocean. Hey, Dad, watch this.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm not against doing it again. I'm like, eh.
Well, yeah. Look, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Would you rather Would you rather, Alex, poop somewhere where you might step in it, or poop somewhere where it's gonna wash away and you'll never even know about it?
Yeah, you might step in it, but it's not going to be any different than, you know, the sand you step in. Well, I guess it is different, but you're not going to notice.
Here's the thing. I think it's gonna wash away before anybody ever even comes close to it. I think a whale's gonna fucking end up swallowing it before somebody else steps in it. I don't know. I could be full of shit, but anyway. Hey, Dad, watch this. So yeah, going on to our what have you done that you would like to brag about, I guess. That's this. Hey, Dad, watch this. I don't really have anything this week. I was on a construction site pretty much all week, running back and forth between a construction site and the ocean, and the office. So I don't have a whole lot other than my crew was asking me about some of the shit I do, like with my Xterra, and I got to show them this. This is from a couple years ago, but a buddy of mine named Caleb, he is the creator of a channel called Baker Overland. We had a big group that went through the Ozark National Forest in Arkansas a couple years ago, and he took this video and put it on his channel. So this is me. I wish I could play you the sound because he's a fantastic storyteller. But yeah, he kind of featured me because I was the lone Nissan on the trip going through this deep ass river, and as you can see, the water went up to my headlights. That's where he paused on.
Does that get inside the car? The water?
Nope. If you end up stopping and sitting there for a while, eventually it'll seep through the seals of the door. But if you are smart and skilled enough to keep moving, you're usually all right. So yeah, that was kind of a fun one. That's a trip that they've been doing every year since, and I just haven't been able to. It's actually happening this week. So Benji, Caleb, Newfound Overland, or I'm sorry, Midwest Outdoor Outfitters, Newfound Overland. I hope you guys are having a great time out there. Wish I could be there with you guys. Stay safe, get muddy, tell good stories, and make sure you post those videos and pictures somewhere on the internets so I can be envious of you. But anyway, yeah, so good times. Looking forward to getting back out there again. Luckily, I was able to go out a couple weeks ago. Got real muddy, broke some stuff, and I'm ready to do it again. So, yeah. Anyway, that is Hey Dad, Watch This. On to the toys. Our ode to Alex's personal project, I Play Nerd. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. If you like the action figures and stuff like that, stuff from the past, becoming new again, it's a good one. For our purposes here on the GAJ podcast, we kind of dedicate it to our own versions of toys. We all play on Amazon. We all get cool stuff. I usually go first because Alex has way cooler shit to show, but a couple things. One's new and one is I've had for a few months that came in extremely handy on the construction site. So I had a crew up working on a pretty big project for my company, and we were working pretty late. So it got a little dark because the lights were in a different part of the building, and we're in a big area where they don't have lights quite up yet. So this is my kind of EDC, everyday carry flashlight that has a normal flashlight, a laser pointer. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not going to point it right at the lens, and a cob light. So this came in really handy because I had guys up on lifts like in the far 40 foot high corners of essentially what feels like a big warehouse area right now, but it's going to be filled with stuff soon. And it helped us cut wire, cut cable, be up on the lift safely, look at construction drawings and plans. And then the other thing that has come in quite handy is I got a new knife, and this is made by Milwaukee. This is called I think it's called a Fastback. It's kind of a cool knife, very useful, nice little pocket knife. And for me, why it's more useful is it's kind of a multi-tool. It's got this part that folds out. It's got a screwdriver with a bit that's got a flathead and a Phillips head. And this has become handy a few times on customer sites when they want me to look at a camera or a door controller or whatever, intercom. So that's been pretty handy. I really like it. The only thing I don't like is part of the things I like about my everyday carry stuff is like the fidgety part of it, and there's no action to this. I can't just like flip it out or anything. So if you out there in podcast land have something that kind of fits the bill, something that cut boxes open with, cut wire and cable, and still have the ability to have a little bit of a multi-tool action, and then have the fidget factor. If you have something better than this, I would love for you to share it with me because I'm definitely looking for something new. I still like this and it's very useful, but I need something that's got a little more fidget factor to it. So, looking for suggestions. Anyway, that's my I Play Nerd contribution. What do you have for us, Alex?
Not really nerdy to start off with, but I did finally get.
Hey yo, let's go!
I think it's the same one you have. Is it?
I believe so. From Dick's Sporting Goods?
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah,
same one.
That's the one. Yours almost looks like the white part is gray.
Yeah, no, it's white.
Is it white? Okay.
Yep, that's white.
Maybe it's just the screen being small for me.
Kind of want people to see.
If you hang it
from the outside, so I can be
above your bed behind you, you could hang it between those two posters.
Yeah, I can.
And then you could see it during the podcast.
I want people to see it, and I want it to be obnoxious.
Yeah, that's why. Right there.
I just said I live a few feet away from a Michigan fan.
Hell yeah! Oh, so stick it in the window.
But other than that, I got some Simpson stuff. Dude, I'm
got
all
some new
about
Simpsons stuff?
I'm all about getting some cheap nostalgic toys. But there's Marge and Maggie. I'm working on a video for them.
Oh, cool.
Lisa Simpson,
Nice, nice,
and then
nice.
some newer ones going way back to the '80s. Kind of more '80s nostalgia. A figure line that it was right before my time, so I wasn't able to get it, but I always wanted it. Was DC superheroes characters called the line was called Superpowers. So I got a couple newer ones. This is like there's Robin looking super gay, like he
That's
originally
like
did. That's
original
why I like
Robin.
it because it's like that's what it looked like in the freaking I don't know when it was created 1940.
I say that I don't know who the actor was, but like way back. Who was the first one?
Burt Ward.
West.
Well, the first one that was in a movie was Burt Ward.
Oh, okay.
That man, Adam West. But there are actually there are other actors before that. Then I got an unmasked Batman. I think it's,
Interesting. I thought it was like Clark Kent stole Batman's getup for a
No,
second.
it's Batman. Hopefully, if they make a Clark Kent, I'll get it. But this was a line. This logo I'm very familiar with because I remember seeing it in the '80s, and I was like, "Oh, I want those toys." And then we kind of went to the Masters of the Universe route.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Superpowers was like maybe a year or two before my time.
I'm about to like have lights go out on me because I forgot to charge my lights.
Oops.
I had another one go out. Oh well. As long as you can still see me.
Hey, After Dark. GAJ Podcast After Dark.
Heyo.
It's kind of funny that you're talking about your EDC, your everyday carry, because when I was for a little short amount of time, I was working up in LA, and I took the train from Orange County up into the LA network, and then I take the LA Metro subway and trains. And let's face it, dude, it's not safe. It's safe, but it's the second largest city in the world, not in the world, in the country. There's gonna be some dangers. So I used to always carry, like not like obvious weapons, but I always make sure that I could reach in my pocket. I be able to pull out a pen.
Yeah.
So I could, something went down, I could fucking Jason Bourne some motherfuckers.
Yeah, I actually have a. So Ashley carries two things. One, she carries a knife, which I'm back and forth about whether that's a good idea or not. But she also carries this flashlight that I got her that has like an alarm on it. Like you hold it down and it just makes this piercingly loud like siren sound.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like a purse. Guys
Yeah.
have small pockets, so it's like, oh, I can put a pen in there.
It's actually so I got her one, but I actually have the same flashlight. I keep it like in my backpack. It would fit in my pocket pretty easy. Just like it doesn't serve any purpose for work. Like the laser pointer I use a lot, especially in larger facilities. Flashlights I use a lot, so that's why I got that. But otherwise I would have stuck with the smaller one that I got her because it's pretty small. I mean, I don't even think I have it here. But I mean, it's probably half the size of the flashlight I just showed you. So, sorry, I just shoved a cutie in my mouth and was still talking. But yeah, I do get into the kind of everyday carry stuff. I'm starting to have like a few different knives I like to switch between, and even a few flashlights. Just because this is pretty long, so when I'm just wearing jeans, it kind of protrudes out. So I have this one that also has kind of a cobbish light laser pointer, but it's a little bit shorter, so it fits in like that condom pocket in your jeans. It fits in there pretty nicely.
When I was up in LA, when I was working up in LA, and I was looking for stuff to carry around I could use as protection. One of the things I did get was I wanted to get a flashlight that's bright enough to blind someone.
Yeah, dude.
Small enough to carry, bright enough to blind someone.
That's both of those, and same thing with Ashley's. Yeah, Ashley's even has a strobe, so
yeah,
turn that strobe on. That'll
make
hopefully
them have a seizure.
hopefully make an attacker have a seizure.
If you're prone to seizures, here you go.
And yes, I did say hopefully. If somebody's attacking my fiance, I am more than okay with them having a seizure instead of hurting her. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, yeah.
But
But
I don't work
anyway,
up in LA anymore.
what's that?
I don't work up in LA anymore. I work in a much
You
safer.
know, I
Well, hold
just
on. I say much safer area, but if I said the name of the city, you'd be like, it's one of the most dangerous cities in Southern California. I'm like, yeah, but the part I'm at, that's bad.
there's nothing wrong with being prepared for certain situations responsibly, right? I mean, don't get a false sense of security, but there's nothing wrong with having a way to give yourself a chance. And you know what, you know, I had Ashley carrying a knife for a while, and I told her like, this isn't so you will win a fight, because if somebody really wants to get you, they're probably gonna get a good piece of you. I just want to make sure you have a chance to do as much damage on the way down as possible. You know? Same thing with Dad, quite frankly. I want him to. What I told him is, hey, if somebody's fucking with you, you're probably going down, but at least do as much damage to them as possible. You know? That's my. I guess my mindset is they're more likely to quit and go away before doing any like serious damage. But I don't know. I'm sure that can backfire. I get that, but I'd rather go down swinging.
Yep.
So, anyway, those are our toys of the week. Make sure you check out Alex's channel. I
Weapons of
Play
the week.
Nerd. What's that?
And weapons of the week.
And weapons of the week. That you said you had Marge and Maggie.
Marge, Maggie, Lisa Simpson.
And Lisa Simpson.
I got some.
Is that video coming up here in the next week, or are you still working on
We'll see. Video editing takes a very long time to do.
It'll be up in the next couple of weeks.
Filming and
Folks.
editing takes a very long time to do.
Yeah, it really does. If you've ever tried it, you already know. If you're saying no, it doesn't, you haven't really tried.
And
you do the one take thing and just post it.
We work a full time job, and you're like,
yeah.
It's pretty much video editing is pretty much work that you're not getting paid for unless you're monetized, which I'm not going to be monetized for maybe ever, because it's not easy to get to, and I'm pretty much working for free.
Yeah, here's the thing: when you're doing this kind of thing, you're doing it because you have a passion for what you're presenting, what you're showing, or just doing this in general. Hopefully it's something you have a passion for, whether it's the subject matter or the actual creation part of it, because to get any money out of this, that's a very long road, and once you get there, it's probably not very much money.
It's not.
There are YouTubers that make a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot more YouTubers that don't make any money. Very much money, if anything at all. So just got to keep that in mind.
I'm up to 247 subscribers, so I'm always on an increase, but it's kind of like trickling in. And I'm looking at videos that I didn't think would do that well. They're at least hold on. They're over 100 views. Some are over 150, even closer to 250. These are ones I didn't expect to do very well. So at least it looks like I got I have a decent following. It's like when I used to get like views of 60, those are now like views of 150.
Nice, dude. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Well, moving on to some folks that probably have more followers than either of us or both of us combined on all 3, 4, 5, 6 of our personal projects. Time to get in some breaking to us news. And this is going to be a fast one. And what I mean by that is the first story I'm sharing is about Jacob Ingebrigtsen of Norway, who just recently broke the world record for the mile. So indoor mile, I should say. Sets new world record for the indoor mile. He ran it in, I think it was 3:40. Where is it? 3 minutes 45 seconds. 3 minutes and 45.14 seconds. There it is. Which is an improvement over the previous record of 3 minutes 46 seconds and 63 hundredths of a second, whatever. However you put. I'm not really sure what the right way to say that is, but. So anyway, Jacob Ingebrigtsen, you're fast. Like, I don't know if I could sprint that for just a 40-yard dash. But that's fast.
I didn't know you could run a mile.
I don't know. I don't think I could run a mile right now. Ashley's she's up to like 2 miles. She's training for, I think first a 5K, but she wants to work all the way up to a half marathon.
Yeah, I did that. I want to be able to.
I support you doing that. I'm not going to do it with you, but I support you doing that.
I want to be able to comfortably run 2 miles, but it's not a high priority.
Yeah, I can get up 2 miles. I mean, I used to run 5Ks, but.
Oh, yeah. I used to run 5Ks daily. I was also younger, and it did some damage to my knees.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What is? I'm kind of curious how fast he had to average. So 3 minutes, 180 seconds plus 45. So 225 seconds to cover a mile. I don't know what that translates to. Divided by 60.
We're mathing over here.
I'm not good at this. He had to run fast. He was running fast the entire time. If you average 8 miles an hour, you're running a mile in 8 miles. I'm sorry. I know I ran a 5K once in right about 24 minutes, just a hair under. So, I mean, that was 8 miles an hour, basically, I believe. 8 miles that's an 8-minute mile. Sorry. 8-minute mile. This dude ran it in 3:45. That's crazy. I wish I could tell you how fast I was, but my brain is fried right now and I can't do math. Even if it wasn't fried, I probably couldn't do the math, so. But anyway, Jacob Ingebrigtsen, congratulations on running the fastest indoor mile in the history of recorded history. Moving even faster, there has been a challenge that has been accepted. Noah Lyles and Tyreek Hill are finally going to race. Apparently there's been some trash talk between the two. I haven't read about it, but I saw this story, and it's probably going to be dumb, but I am going to want to watch it. So Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill. I wonder how far they're going to run. I didn't get to read the article, but I'm very intrigued. Tyreek Hill is somewhat known. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's somewhat known to be the fastest man in the NFL. I don't know if that's true, especially given that Xavier Worthy is now in the NFL, who prior to the draft broke the record at the combine for the fastest 40 time in history. And boy, is fast. I've seen him run in person, and he's fast. He's super duper fast.
I have no idea who he is.
He was a Bills fuck up, and by what I mean is he wasn't a Bills player. going into the draft, the Bills agreed to a trade with the Chiefs. So the Chiefs traded up. They got an earlier first round draft pick and drafted the fastest wide receiver in the draft class. And it ended up burning them in the playoffs because he torched them in the playoffs. Torched the team that could have drafted him. So. But anyway, I am intrigued by Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill. I'm not really intrigued. I feel like it's going to go kind of like the way the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl went. It's going to be a beatdown. It's going to be over halfway through. And most of the viewers are going to tune out before the end of the race. But by the way, did you pick up what I put down there?
No, I just realized that one of the Chicago Bulls is in the slam dunk contest tomorrow.
Really?
He's a white guy too.
I had to ask somebody because I was like, I was out to dinner with my my crew after we shut it down today, and looking at a TV, and I was like, I was seeing a lot of basketball, and I was thinking, holy shit, it's All-Star weekend.
Yeah, and really, I only care about one thing.
The dunk contest, baby.
I don't think it's enough for me to create another email address so I could sign up for another free trial of Hulu Live TV for one day. Because I did it for the Super Bowl. Because I know that they're going to put it on YouTube. You know,
I'll say, just find it on YouTube shortly after and watch it before they. Yeah, and just watch it before YouTube blocks it.
So I think I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah,
a few minutes and then.
I actually only liked All-Star Weekend in basketball. I don't watch the regular season at all because I just don't care. I do like All-Star Weekend. I like the dunk contest. I don't know if I like the three-point contest as much anymore because I don't know. I just don't like it as much. They change it up because it's like they team up, right? So
yeah, I don't even know what the objective is anymore.
Yeah, I liked it when it was just one person at a time. Like, let's go shoot.
The format of the All-Star game itself has changed. It's now a tournament. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I saw a video where they explain it, and I still don't understand how it works. There are 4 teams.
Oh,
and,
I have no desire.
First to 40, which is probably gonna happen fast because they don't play defense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I liked it when there was just like a game with like the biggest stars not playing defense, so you got to see all kinds of
East
weird
versus
shit.
West. No one gets hurt until you don't play that hard until like the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Then it's close. Then it becomes very competitive. That was fun. Now it's just like I don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of
it's turning into like the NFL Pro Bowl once upon a time.
Yeah, I guess they don't want to.
They'd snap the ball, and all the linemen on both sides of the ball would just stand up and just kind of stand there. Like, you might as well play flag football. Like, I don't know why you have helmets or pads on. But anyway, yeah, I think I might try to watch the dunk contest. I do like watching that stuff. Because it's pure athleticism, and I appreciate that.
And creativity.
Yeah, and creativity, absolutely. Absolutely. What other stories do I have?
Well, there's an email address that has your last name, so you should probably take that off screen.
Oh, yeah. Let me get off of that. My bad. Should have opened up some of these stories before I did that. But anyway, all right. Predictions for Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill.
I predict that I'm not going to give a fuck.
I realize you're not going to watch it, but what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know who Noah Lyles is, so I don't know.
Oh, do you not watch the Olympics?
No.
Oh.
Well, I watched Ray Gun, and that's it.
Yeah, he
I watched the only person that mattered.
He's a sprinter, so he ran in both the 100 and the 200. He was trying to become the first man in history to win both. He did not accomplish it. He won the 100 for the first time. He had won gold in the 200 in the previous Olympics. Or maybe not the previous Olympics. he was the reigning world champion in the 200. I think.
The only
Yeah. And then
sprinters I know are Usain
like
Bolt and Michael Johnson.
I like watching the
From the
track and field events
90s.
in the. I like watching the track and field events in the Olympics because, again, that's just like pure God-given talent and athleticism. Like you're either the fastest or you're not, and there's no subjectiveness to it. Everybody line up when the gun goes off. Be the fastest person to the line, you know, and I like that. I enjoy it quite a bit. But anyway, I'm intrigued enough to watch it, realizing that I'm just gonna probably watch it. It's gonna be a blowout, and I'm gonna be like, that was kind of dumb. I might have wasted time doing that, but I will probably watch it if I have the option. Anyway, that is our breaking to us news. If you have a story to share that you would like us to talk about and show how uneducated we are about most of that stuff, or just uninformed, send it in. We'll give it a read, show it on the podcast, talk about it a little bit, and we'll invite you to comment about how we have no idea what we're talking about. Which, by the way, is true. We are not official sources of information, so we are just sharing thoughts and opinions. We are not in any way trying to convey anything we talk about as fact. So there's your disclaimer for the week. We are going to take that off the screen. And because we already had the alarm go off, we are going to go jumping into our closing thoughts. Alex, what do you have for us this week?
I've been testing out some international shows because I feel like there's entertainment from other countries is worth checking out. It's not just obviously the U.S. produces a lot of entertainment. I think it's biggest export, but throughout the past recent years, I mean, South Korea's come up with some good shows like Squid Game and other shows. I'm now checking out a French comedy called Shafted on Netflix. So far, it's okay. I'm not like it's amazing or it's terrible. I'm just like, it's kind of got me intrigued enough to watch it. It's in French,
Okay.
but I do the English dub. So check out.
So like
comedy.
the dialogue doesn't match up with the lip motion.
Of course not. They're speaking French.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to hear it in English.
Yeah. Okay. I've watched a few shows like that.
Me also checking out, Yeah Mad YouTube channel and the OG Crew YouTube channel who are in Australia. Checking out comedy from other or entertainment overall from other countries. Definitely worth a shot.
Like it.
Because the entertainment in the U.S. is kind of starting to fade.
So I'm kind of sharing a sentiment with you as far as like those foreign films that are dubbed over in English. I like a lot of the storylines, and here's the thing: I don't necessarily have to be looking at the TV to just keep hearing the story because the lips don't match up with the dialogue anyway. It's almost like listening to an audiobook, but better.
Oh, you guys see what's going on.
I do want to see what's going on, but I can actually multitask and still stay entertained by that particular show or movie. So I actually don't mind it at all. And quite frankly, on the American side, they're starting to do a lot of stupid shit with like AI generated stuff, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I think
I don't
find a way to stop that
like
shit.
it. I appreciate the innovation, but I don't like the end result so far.
We want creative humans, not robotic shit.
I would like to just go back to the old, what a weird thing to say, but the old-fashioned way of just making entertaining movies. Spend too much money on special effects and brand name actors and actresses. In other words, people we all know. And put them on a poster and let's watch their acting skills and a good story. Anyway, to that note, I think my closing thought is it's okay to be real. I don't know. That's what I got today. That's what I got.
Be Real is a member of Cypress Hill, if I remember correctly.
I believe that is potentially correct. I don't actually know for sure, but anyway, folks, we appreciate you joining us once again. If you've been with us before but are not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're new, thanks again for joining us and checking us out. To you also, please comment, like, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when we're on. If you notice, we are switching schedule this week. We are going to start recording on Fridays because it's a little easier to schedule. And
work gets in the way.
Yeah. Keep consistent.
And also, I could drink.
That's true. We need to do a drinking episode.
Well, I'm empty right now.
Yeah. We'll do that soon. We'll do that. Well, I guess I had a beer last week. Oh, after the Buckeyes game. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. And then if you would like to stay more anonymous or would like to share some more articles with us, whatever, hit us up at gagepodcast@gmail.com. All right, let me queue up some stuff. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. This was a little all over the place, but it's a little more fun that way. We're going to queue up this music and send off. This has been yet another episode of the GAJ Podcast. Oich! Ayo! Go Buckeyes! See you next time, everybody!